Hello, Idea Scholars. Welcome back to another music lesson. This is Miss Michelle, and this is week 5, lesson 16. I think last week I accidentally said week 3, but it was really week 4. This week is week 5. So hopefully that didn't confuse you guys, but this is week 5, lesson 16. And I'm so excited to begin this new lesson with you guys because we got our music stands, our music books, and we got our new recorder. So that is super exciting. I've been wanting to start instruments with you guys and just trying to build up as much knowledge as we can before we get straight into the instruments. So I hope that we achieve that. If you feel like you are not there yet, no worries. You can always look back to our pre-recorded lessons, and there you'll find a bunch of information about music dynamics, solfege, and all the words that we've been going through with our vocabulary. And hopefully you get a better knowledge and come in this video, this new lesson, with more confidence, about the recorder. So no worries if you're here and you feel a little unsure with the recorder, which I'm sure you guys don't, because our live sessions have been so fabulous. They've been so amazing. You guys are all so eager to learn, and I'm so excited to teach you guys. So without further ado, make sure before continuing this lesson and starting this lesson, actually, you have a water bottle. You keep yourselves hydrated, you keep yourselves with lots of energy, and you keep your vocal cords in good shape, right? Because like I always say before, our vocal cords is our instrument, right? Just like this is an instrument. And I don't know if you guys can see my kind of heavy, my keyboard. You can see the corner of it there. Just how these are instruments and we take care of them. We try to keep them in good shape. We clean them, whatever we do with these instruments. More important, I think, is the instrument that you carry in your body, which is your vocal cords, right? So we want to make sure we're taking care of our vocal cords, drinking lots of water, and just keeping ourselves safe and healthy, right? So without further ado, let's get started. Before I continue with my lesson, we will not be going over our vocabulary because I want to focus on our recorder. But before we start our recorder, I want to go over our solfege. Just because on our live, I felt like we were still a little not unsure, but we forgot some of the syllables, and that's probably because it's been a while since we went over our solfege. So I want to go over our solfege for just a little bit and use it as a warm-up, even though we're not going to be singing throughout the whole video, because what we're going to be doing is our recorder. But I want to start out with a nice warm-up, go over our music solfege, because it never hurts to go over and over it again until we get it right as best as we can. So let's start out with a little warm-up. So we got our beautiful. All right, so first things first, our syllable. Our first syllable is, and I know you guys are probably like, Miss Michelle, we know this already, this is silly, but like I said before, on our live sessions, I felt like what we need to include more in our lessons is just continuing the solfege, because solfege can be a little tricky, right? So we want to continue it in every lesson that we have, right? That is our goal. That's Miss Michelle's goal for you guys, and we're gonna make it fun. We're not gonna make it where we're bored of going over and over it again. Like I said before, it's just very important for you guys to learn this. All right, so let's continue. Our first solfege syllable is gonna be our hand sign for do is, I'm going to reveal what the hand sign is in a few seconds. I want to give you guys a chance here to try and make a hand sign. Okay, that's right, it's a fist. So if you guys made a fist, good job. Awesome job. The hand sign for do is a fist. So beautiful. That's the hand sign for do. Next we got sing that. good. So the hand sign for Re is, excuse me, this guy right here. This is the hand sign for Re. Okay, so when we were going over our solfege, it seemed like we knew the first solfege syllables, do, re, perhaps mi as well, which I'm giving out the next syllable, but it seemed like towards the middle of our scale, we weren't sure what came next, and that's absolutely fine. We can always go over and over it again, right? Remember, you can always look back to the videos, to our first videos where we were going over the solfege syllables, right? So don't feel bad. This is what I'm here for, to teach you guys the best that I can, so you guys can learn the best that you can, right? So the solfege syllable hand sign is Re, and this is the, this is the hand sign, just the diagonal hand sign. Oh, there we go, just like that. Our next solfege syllable is mi. So this is the hand sign for me. It's just a straight hand sign, right? A straight hand sign. So we know that one. I think this is where we got a little tricky. So far we have do, re, mi, and the next one is fa. What is the hand sign for fa anyways? I'll give you guys a few seconds to think about that. The hand sign for fa is, that's right, it's the thumbs down, right? So just pretend like someone is giving you a food that you might not like, right? Just try to, connect it to something that will help you remember. So something that you don't like, you would do a thumbs down, right? Like a thumbs down, just like a thumbs up, but a thumbs down. So fa is a thumbs down, right? So it's do, re, mi, fa. This guy right here, and that's a thumbs down. The next syllable is gonna be sign for sol, you guys. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but I said that this was my favorite hand sign because in Spanish this means sun, so it's really easy to remember. So just pretend like the sun is so bright, super bright, and you're covering your eyes, from the sun. You see what I did there? I'm covering my eyes from the sun, even though I might have my hat, right? But you're covering your eyes from the sun, and you're using your hand to cover them and protect them, right? This is the hand sign for sol, right? It's really easy to remember. So we got do, re, mi, fa, sol, right? Beautiful job. That's the hand sign for sol. Our next solfege syllable is, and I don't want to take too much time here, la, right? This is the next solfege syllable on our scale. This comes after sol, and this hand sign looks just like this, like you're making a little house, right? Kind of like you're clawing something maybe, and you just turn it around this way. You just lift your elbow up, and it's just like this, la. This is the hand sign for la. This comes after sol, but before, depending on which way you go on your scale, ti, right? This is ti. And the hand sign for ti is this guy right here. We're using our index finger, so just pretend you're drinking tea, right? Like TEA, tea, and you put your pinky up like the fancy people do, right? Or I'm not sure if they actually do that, but we're just assuming from movies and stuff. But so you put your pinky up, right, when you're drinking tea, but instead of your pinky, we're going to use our index finger. So just like you point at something with your index finger, you're going to use it to make the hand sign for T. T-I, T, right? This is the hand sign for T. And the note is going to be this guy right here, right? Our next solfege syllable is really quite simple because we started with this one, except it's not low, it's high do, right? This is high do. And what is the hand sign for high do? That's right. If you made a really elevated hand sign for do, you did an amazing job, because this is the hand sign for do. It's the same one for low do, but we're elevating up here. So we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. One more time and try it with me. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Awesome job, you guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job. Give yourselves a pat on the back for that. You guys did so amazing on that. Excuse me. So we're going to be putting away our solfege for now. But we have our handy dandy stand over here. Make sure when you're doing these lessons now that we're getting started on our recorder, there's 2 weeks left. And I'm going to try my hardest to get as much information, to transmit as much information and knowledge as I can from this lesson, from this video about the recorder, right? I know it's only 2 weeks left, but I completely believe in you guys that by the end of the summer program, you're going to be able to read this and play the recorder, right? We're only going to get through one song, but we're so excited for the fall because we're going to be continuing all these lessons, continuing music reading, instruments, learning about different kinds of cultures in music, just absolutely amazing knowledge of music. And I hope you guys feel encouraged to, enroll yourselves in the fall as well for this program. So that's just a fun fact there, and I'm really excited for the fall. I'm excited to end this summer program on a positive note, and I know we can, right? So before we start our recorder lessons, before we start playing it, so it came in this little bag, this cute little bag, right? Make sure that after every use we're sanitizing it, right? Because our hands might be dirty. We're probably touching the recorder here. We're touching the recorder here, and our hands might be dirty. It might be full of yucky germs, right? So make sure you're doing this with a parent, not by yourself. Make sure you're doing it with a parent, just sanitizing the part where you're putting your mouth in it, right? Because we want to keep ourselves safe and healthy, especially during these times. We're washing our hands, drinking a lot of water, just sanitizing the things that we're putting, our mouth to for the instrument, right? So just make sure you're doing that with a parent, keeping ourselves safe, right? So before we start this lesson, I'm going to put it down over here, because first things first. So how are we going to learn how to play this if we can't read this, right? How are we going to learn how to play this awesome instrument if we don't know what this music piece is saying, right? You might be asking yourself, well, Miss Michelle, I can play it, I can just, right? But you may be playing it, but you're probably not playing a specific song unless you already know how to play the recorder. You're probably not playing a specific song, you're just playing to play. But how awesome would it be if you can play an actual song, right? If you can play an actual piece. So this is where our knowledge of music comes in. So on our live session, I tried to have each of you solfege the entire song, which is not the whole page. As you can see, our song is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which is amazing that they have this in the book, because this is the song that we've been practicing our solfege with. So before we get started on a recorder, I know you guys are so excited to begin this part of our lesson, but before we get started on this amazing instrument, I want you guys to get the knowledge that you need for this amazing song, right? So we might not get through the whole thing in this video, but that's okay. We're gonna have 3 more lessons to get get started on the recorder and to get started on this music piece. So let's begin. The first note, I'm gonna have my book like this. I'm gonna fold it there. Make sure, guys, we're taking care of our books as well. On our live sessions, I give you guys permission to write on the song with pencil, preferably with pencil, on our song book with the pencil to write the solfege. So, what do I mean by that? We have Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And so on. What is the first note we begin with in this song? I'll give you guys a little pause moment there so you guys can try to make a guess, right? Hopefully not a guess, but an educational guess, right? The first note you begin with is, do you recognize this note? This is do. Awesome job. This is do. Awesome. We begin with do. So with your pencil, as you're watching this video, grab yourself a pencil, and I'm going to try and zoom in where you guys can see where Miss Michelle, not the top is actually, this is actually what we read when we play our instrument, but I'm going to use the solfege that we've been learning for you guys to learn how to read this music piece. So you see how Miss Michelle wrote do here? Well, I didn't write do, right? I wrote the letter D, which indicates that this is do. So I wrote do, do, sol, sol, la, la, sol, right? And as you see here, I wrote the entire song with our solfege. So I want you to do the exact same thing. Why? Because this is going to help you. This is going to guide you to when we're playing our recorder, and we're going to be able to understand what we're looking at here, understand and read it, not just the words, right? But the music notes. So here we have do. This is D. So instead of writing the whole words, maybe you know how to spell them, that's okay. Just write the first letter of the word. So do is D-O. No problem. Just write D. D-D-S-S-L-L-S. So now that you took a good look at it, let's go over it together. We got a few more minutes, but it's okay if we don't finish. We're going to do it again for the next video. Okay, let's get started. The first note is... that's the first line. We're going to start off, so with your pencils, as I'm talking here, do. We're going to write do. Instead of D-O, we're going to just write the D, right? So, as I go on, you can write it down. We have do, do, sol, sol, la, la, sol, fa, fa, mi, mi, re, re, do. One more time, the same line. Do, do, sol, sol, la, la, sol, fa, fa, mi, mi, re, re, do. This time I'm just gonna say the letters so you don't get confused. So you're gonna write D, D, S, S, L, L, S, F, F, M, M, R, R, D. Awesome. Hopefully you guys got that. If you didn't, that's okay. You can always rewind to understand completely how I'm saying this and how we're supposed to be writing it, right? And you're doing an amazing job. Amazing job. Next line. So we had our first line, next line. So if we put this in simple terms, look at the little dots here. That's how we can, understand it in a very simple way. So the first dot we had here was do. do, do, sol, sol, la, la, sol, and so on. Next line, I'm going to be saying the solfege for this again. And try to do the hand signs as I'm saying which syllable is which. Second line, sol, sol, fa, fa, mi, re, sol, sol, fa, fa, mi, re. So you might be thinking, Miss Michelle, we're saying the same thing. Yes, exactly, which is why I love this song, because it's so simple, yet it's so easy to it's so simple, yet it's an amazing job and easy fun way to learn how to read music. It's an amazing song for this. So, let's try this again. Sol, sol, fa, fa, mi, re, sol, sol, fa, fa, mi, re. S, S, F, M, R. S, S, F, M, R. Awesome job. So here, I just repeated the same line, but instead of the whole word, I just said the letter, which is what you have to write down, right? The last line over here, I'm going to read the solfege for that line. Do, do, S, S, L, L, S, M, I'm sorry, not M, F, M, R, D. Let's try that again. Do, do, sol, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. One more time. Do, do, sol, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Again. D, S, L, S, F, M, R, D. Right? And that is our complete piece with our solfege. So an amazing job is what you guys are doing. Honestly, you guys are learning so fast, and I'm so amazed by you guys. And I just hope that even though we're moving on gradually, that it's not something that you're frustrated or perhaps struggling with. And that's okay if you are. It's okay if you are, because this is what we're here for, right? We have pre-recorded lessons that will help you out in the beginning, in the middle, wherever you're not sure of, whatever you're stuck with, you can always go back to those videos, right? So, but you've gone this far, 2 more weeks left, and you're doing such an amazing job. You're about to learn how to play the recorder, solfege, you know, the hand signs, you know, the dynamics, you know, and we're only going to be growing and growing even more in the music world, right? So congratulations on getting this far, you guys. You guys are all doing so amazing. I'm going to end this video here just because I'm excited to go on with the next lessons, and I feel like once we have this done, which we do at the end of this video, we're gonna have this done, right? We're gonna go on and continue our recorder lessons, right? We're actually gonna get started to play our recorder and read the music. So amazing job, you guys. You guys are all doing so beautiful, so amazing. And don't forget that after this video, it's still important to drink a lot of water. We didn't do a lot of singing today, but I hope you guys are getting hydrated, drinking your water, nice warm tea, nice warm chocolate milk, whatever you love to drink. Make sure it's room temperature or warm, right? We don't want to drink anything cold or anything frozen, right? Make sure we're taking care of ourselves, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you for being with me today, and I'll see you guys in our next lesson video. Bye, guys.